Capitalism creates and socialism takes. You know, we have a war going on in this country between capitalism and socialism. Not with bombs and bullets, but with brains and ballots. First, let me talk a little bit about capitalism. We are the greatest country in the world. The United States is 243 years young. I say 243 years young because compared to a lot of other countries, we haven't been around that long. But here's the other side of the coin. Even though we are one of the youngest countries in the world as a nation, and we have less than 5% of the world population, we also generate 25% of the world GDP. Now, there are reasons for that. It starts with the United States was founded on a Declaration of Independence, and it was also founded on a Constitution, which allows for competition, which allows for free markets to work and do their thing. And our nation also grew to be 25% of the world GDP because of our freedom of speech, our freedom of religion, and our freedom to succeed or fail. A lot of people might fail in this country, but they get up, they shake off the dust, and they try it again. And then sometimes, ultimately, they will succeed. That's how capitalism creates. It creates an environment for success, and it creates an environment for prosperity, like the environment we're enjoying today. Socialism, on the other hand, it takes. Why does it take? Because all of the promises of free stuff, all of the promises that imply dependence on government, will require more government, more taxes, and worst of all, more government control of your life. All you have to do is take a look at the country of Venezuela. Venezuela used to be one of the most prosperous economic countries in the world because of its oil resources. But because the government decided that they could do a better job of getting the oil out of the ground and selling it to other parts of the world, Venezuela right now is decimated. The people are desperate. They're not just a socialist country. They're a dictatorship. And the dictator really doesn't care about the people. He only cares about continuing to hold power. Look at Venezuela, and it's not a pretty picture. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened little by little by little. But it never goes back in the opposite direction. It's always moving in the direction of socialism and eventually communism and eventually a dictatorship. Look at the country of the nations of the USSR, United Soviet Socialist Republic. They tried socialism for 70 years, 15 nations, and they couldn't make it work. Eventually, back in the early 1990s, the 15 nations decided to go their separate ways because a collective socialistic model did not work. So when the countries decided to go their separate ways, some of the USSR countries tried to do a hybrid of socialism and capitalism. Doesn't work too well. You are either pregnant or you're not pregnant. You are either a capitalistic society and creating a capitalistic culture with competition, and you've got rule of law, or you're not. And every time the government promised some more stuff in order to attract votes, the people became more and more dependent on government. Remember, the United States of America is the greatest country in the world. And there are reasons for that. And it starts with our Constitution, competition, and the ability to fail or succeed. Capitalism creates. Socialism takes. I'm Herman Cain. I hope you enjoyed this Pure Cain short film. And in the comments section below, let us know what you think of it. And don't forget to share this video with everybody you know on social media. We've got to get the truth out there, especially about capitalism creates and socialism takes.